All right, here we are. We already have the cards from the first part of this reading. This is an experiment. I don't know what's going on here, but we're just trying it. And we've got the Oracle cards. We've got Warrior Woman and Tiger, both very strong, tenacious energies. We've got Birth and Rebirth out here. So that's, well, actually, I should focus a little more on shuffling this deck. And then we've got Knight in the Path, which looks like you're doing something that you've done before, but this time really differently and a lot more unknowns. And then you've got Freedom. Yeah, why not? Try it. See what happens. Okay, so Tiger Breathing Bears deck. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, maybe I should have done these together. Look, Tiger and Tiger. Tiger Breathing Bears deck. That's cool. I said there was something about that pattern there that, that was interesting. So, all right, cutting the deck from the bottom of the deck, 5 of Arrows. Okay, conflict, competition, chaos, conflict, chaos and conflict. I was not expecting that at all. But this is where we've been. But, I mean, in some ways it makes a lot of sense. 5 of Arrows. Because we've got our Warrior Woman here. So this is like engaging in conflict. And this is like a winner take all kind of situation. There's not a win-win solution here. You can stop the conflict. It's like walking away from conflict. So that's part of it. But it's walking away from conflict in a way that other people don't appreciate and don't like. So it's really good, actually. I've never really thought of this 5 of Arrows as walking away from conflict. There's no winners here. A lot's been said. An attack, maybe a secret attack. But I can also see like walking away from this and just being like, this isn't going to get resolved. This tornado with these arrows in it, this dust devil, this isn't resolvable. There's not a lot of clarity here. It reminds me of an argument where people aren't really trying to solve anything. They're not disagreeing. They're just trying to hurt each other. It's just a tornado here with some arrows in it, which just, I think it may be, a torrent of things being said, but then a few things hit their mark, a few pointed things. But oftentimes we see someone walking away from conflict with no winners. Like they're winning, but they're like, I'm winning because I'm shutting this down. I'm not going to engage with this. So, past, present, inner landscape, what's at issue, environment, to-do list, possible outcome. All right, so I'm going to connect these back to the Oracle cards as well. So, if I can. So we have 4 of Earth. This was our to-do list last week, wasn't it? 4 of Earth. Stay put. Be safe, be secure, guard what you have. There are predators afoot. There are people that want what you have. And you were staying put. No risk. We're not going to go off. I may be hungry. I may be thirsty, but I'm not leaving my roost. I'm not leaving my nest right now because bad things could happen. So not to be paranoid, obviously we have a shadow of a fox here. Like there's no paranoia. It's a very real situation. It's not, you're not imagining anything. Yeah, it's a shadow, but the shadow indicates something very real. We don't often see shadows if there's nothing there casting the shadow, right? So, so it was very real. There was a hint of something and you were being very cautious, risk averse, and reasonably so. There are times to leap and times to avoid leaping. Like sometimes we get sort of shoved and we have to take a leap of faith, and it's more like a being pushed into a leap of faith. But this was definitely you deciding to make secure, safe decisions, take care of yourself, take care of your health, take care of your money. Security was utmost, and very reasonably so. I like this card because sometimes I think, in tarot land, we're like, oh, you're being overly cautious, you're afraid. Well, yeah, because there's literally a fox there. So how stupid would it be for me to see a fox or the shadow of the fox and then also leave my eggs for the fox to get? Like, that's actually stupidity. There's actually a book called The Gift of Fear. And so I know we don't want to be living in fear, right? We have this fearless warrior doing what needs to be done. We have this too talks about a fearlessness as well, as far as like, hey, I don't care if I lose friends in this, I'm leaving, I'm not engaging with this. If it's I either lose or I win, and it's like a Pyrrhic victory or something like that. If you have a choice between either, like, it's a kill or be killed situation, right? Like, so then you're kind of stuck there and you got to make some hard decisions. And yeah, maybe other people don't like the decision you make, but there's a lose-lose situation. You were between a rock and a hard place with this one. There's just not a lot of places to go to figure it out, to figure out what's safe and what's good. So the point of that was just talking about, like, yeah, sometimes life really does have risk. Oh, the book, The Gift of Fear. So we don't want to be living in fear and high anxiety, but fear can tell us a lot. And to ignore legitimate fears when they come up, which is kind of where anxiety creates this like really gray area. Like, should I be afraid of this? Is this something to worry about? Some things really are. Like, not every stranger that knocks on your door is a UPS man trying to deliver some fabulous treat that you bought last week. Sometimes it's a murderer. Like, so we have to like be able to discern and put to rest fears when they need to be put to rest, but then also acknowledge that this person's giving me the creeps and I'm not gonna give them anything. I'm not doing anything, or this person I know is unsafe. And so, yeah, so the gift of fear, that really helped me in some crucial moments in my life. But, it's important to know the difference between like living in fear and having a fear response to a legitimate risk. So this looks like a fear response or a security response to a legit risk. And then you have the Lovers card here, which I know we had a while ago as well. So headed towards something you love, headed towards something you want. I like it with this birthing of a new age, because I mean, yeah, first comes love and then comes the birth. So doing something or someone that you love and then creating a new thing, maybe a second kid, because I saw that with the rebirth. But creating a new world, maybe with someone that you care about and and you love. So headed towards something you love. I like it. You were risk averse at some point, reasonably so. But now it seems like, and I think this has come up in our readings recently about fear being such a factor, decisions being made out of fear, fear being like a really strong part of a decision-making situation. And then we have the Lovers, which is like, now we're headed towards what we love. Yeah, we were in fear, but legit so. And now we are feeling more free to head towards something we love and we desire and we want, and we're being fueled more by desire and love than by fear. So it is really interesting because the way it came out on the table, the way the cards are out on the table, the Lovers is right above the Birth card. So you could be co-creating with somebody. So maybe this is like a path you've been down before, but now you're going down with new people or with somebody you really care about to create something together. So then you have 3 of Fire is in your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape. You really want to have faith. Like, so we had fear and now we have faith, and I like it. I don't want to negate the fear because it seems like it was really important to you to suss out a situation and to keep it to yourself. But so the Lovers comes between this fear and security card to this faith and hope card. And I think you're wanting to move more towards a position of faith and hope, out of the security, and to see the vision, to have the vision. And it's really fascinating that this card is sitting right on top of this card. And this head of this crow is looking like the flame to me here. This looks very similar, this light that's lighting up something, that's having a lot of faith. So it could be a lot of ideas that you have that are bringing faith into your world, or someone else may be having some ideas that are giving you faith and giving you hope. And you want that. You want to take this flame from this rebirth, and you want it in your heart, you want it in your soul, and you want it to light up your world. You want this hope to be lighting up your world. And so maybe you are making decisions to go towards what you want and to live less in fear, but you're still needing that hope. It reminds me of a quote from the Bible. Was it Paul? Like, I have faith, but help me with my lack of faith. Like, yeah, I've got a little bit of faith, but I really like a lot more. Like, I've got enough to start heading in this direction, but I need more. I want more faith. I want more illumination. I want my heart to be more ablaze. I want my heart to be more open to this, and to be more on fire, more alive. And I want more inspiring ideas. I want these ideas to come in and inspire me and ignite me more. There seems to be something very clear to me about ideas giving you faith and hope. And you're wanting more ideas, or more light, more understanding of the situation, and for that to be part of your hope and your faith in the future, is seeing something, understanding something, having more ideas where this came from. What's the issue here is the Empress reverse. Mom is not momming. The mom situation seems random, but at the same time, this rebirth, maybe there was, maybe even a miscarriage of a creative project, and we're starting it again. Because mom in reverse tells me that we maybe have tried something before and it hasn't panned out, because we have birth and then we have rebirth. So we have this mother in reverse. So the mother is either not doing well. There's either like a mom here that's not doing well. But with the Lovers card and creation and recreation, there's something, it's reminding me that there might be a project that didn't quite take off, or something that we weren't quite able to give birth to, or someone wasn't quite able to give birth to, because we were in a position of needing to be secure, needing to hold in our resources. There are times like that where we have to be more resourceful or more protective of ourselves. Like for me, like I'm having hip surgery tomorrow, and like my hip, I call them hip miles. Like I just don't have the hip miles for that today. I used up all my hip miles today. I don't have the hip miles. So very protective of that, not going for the hikes I want to go on. Hopefully next summer will be better. But just like, I don't have that. So very protective around this, not being able to do a lot of the things I want to do, because I've needed to be very protective of, well, if I want to get up and go to the bathroom, then I can't go for a hike today. Like I just don't have both of those capacities. So I'm going to have to be very conservative with my hip miles. So that's reminding me of this mom not being able to do things or create the world that they want to do. And we've got birth and rebirth. We've got creation. So we've got this person that's not been able to create, or had to abandon a creation for some reason, and now engaging in recreation of that. And it's reminding me too of the Lovers card with recreational. I grew up really conservatively, so there was this horrible thing called recreational sex that apparently people did. And it's only procreational sex is the only kind of sex we can be having, not recreational. It's such a stupid way to live. Holy crap. Talk about living in fear. Anyway, we're doing recreational sex. We're not procreational sex here. So, yeah, I don't know. The mom's just not momming. The mom can't mom. The mom isn't able to mom right now. There hasn't been an ability to create right now. There's been restrictions on creation, despite working our butts off to create and procreate, it's not happening. So it's a recreational lover's card here. So in our environment, we have Kuan Yin. We have a lot of compassion though. So you may be experiencing a lot of compassion. People coming towards you with compassion. People have compassion towards you. People are compassionate. Not all people, as we can see. But many people have deep wells of compassion that they are longing to bring forward. They are longing to give. So the mom may be also like a loss. Maybe the child is gone for a while. Maybe the child went to summer camp, or maybe, the child is staying someplace else for a while, or maybe, I'm reminded here somehow of these two cards of the first time my children went with their dad once custody got split. Like, it was devastating. It was really hard. And I'm so lucky that on that day I met someone who I ran into a friend who had so much compassion to pour out on me. So this would be also a good example of the Empress not being able to be in the Empress position, and compassion for that. There's a lot of people having compassion. So reach out if you want to experience that compassion. So 3 of Earth, there's people here. There's a team here. A lot of people have compassion. People work in industries that are all about compassion, right? Therapists, medical care, all of that. These people care. They typically go into these industries because they care. So this is compassion, a compassionate industry, people that are here to help, even if it is like a lose-lose situation, like a divorce or something like that. These people, there's also this idea of someone having tried to leave before and now being more successful. But there's just with the rebirth and going down the path again, and this 5 of Wands, this difficult path, going down a difficult path again. So people go into law, not just for money, but also because they care. They care about, I used to work in disability law. We genuinely cared about all of our clients there. And family law, especially with the mom in reverse, we've got family law where we can genuinely care about families and people going through things. So there are a lot of people, and so the 3 of Earth is to me about business and about, right, there's 3, it's a tricycle, it's sort of a tricycle type thing. I forget what the rickshaw, no, something like that. Yeah. So it's 3 wheels working together. And so this is looking to me very much like a compassionate industry, or people in positions of compassion. Their job is to be compassionate. Nurses, doctors, therapists, even lawyers, their job is to be compassionate and to help you. And they went into that for a reason. These people go to school so that they can help you, they can help other people. These people go continuing education so that they can keep up on the latest developments on how to help you. So if you're thinking about going to a therapist, you want to live a life that you love, you maybe tried before, go again. These people do want to care. A lot of people care, and they work in industries where that's their job. That's what they elected to do. Their whole job was to care about other people. Customer service, in a way, right? I actually enjoy my customer service jobs just because I genuinely like helping people. So if I can help you solve your problem, be they fashion, body issues, whatever, or in the day, customer service, or disability law, I loved that. I loved helping people. So there are lots of people like that. And then you, with your unity card here, this is your to-do list. This is to work with other people. There is a team. You are working with the team. You are joining up with this team to work with them. They care, you care. So this could even be like a job that you are getting where you can care for other people. And then the black hole, though, this is interesting. I think there's some kind of process you have to go through. This unity with a black hole. Okay, I think the black hole, though, and its relationship to star nurseries, this looks almost like This is an interesting thing to consider here. This black hole almost looks like this ground zero, right? We were talking about you have to drop the pebble into the pond and then the ripples go out. This is drop the pebble into the pond and then the ripples go out. You're joining forces with somebody. You are uniting with someone. You are not in separation. You are joining forces with like the dark. The unity. I mean, the black hole with the lovers and the unity. The white buffalo and the black hole. Oh my gosh, that's interesting. And then we also have the Knight card here. The white buffalo and the black hole. The white and black, the yin and yang, the union with the shadows, with the darkness. With the origins of the universe, the union, the white buffalo and the black hole. This is white buffalo woman united with the black hole. And we have the Knight here too. What are other ways? What else is going on here? But this is so fascinating because we have this warrior woman and then we have this unity woman. So like she's off by herself, but she's joining in. White buffalo woman also talks about discernment, knowing who wants your gifts and who wants to use you. Peace and love and the black hole. The black hole is maybe even a place of rest where things go to be recycled. It's like a recycling center for the universe. I feel like it's a pause, but you're not alone in this pause. Oh, maybe you were trying to create something and you're needing to take a pause before the rebirth. It's right on top of this freedom card. So maybe it's like you're free to take a pause and recycle something. It's like you're going to the recycling center of the universe. And you are going to experience, I think, freedom there in this recycling center. You're uniting with freedom, with the great unknown. Yeah, with the great unknown. You're uniting with some sort of unknown aspect here. And then where you're going is this Eight of Flowers. It's connecting. This Eight of Flowers connects, connecting. What am I saying? Like connecting. Where did that come from? Eight of Flowers is moving on. Like this isn't everything. Where you've been isn't everything. There's more. There's more. And I think that's a little bit why we're getting this tenacious tiger. Stick with it. There's more. You're gonna look for more. Like there's this pause with this black hole, this freedom in this darkness, this freedom in the unknown. There's freedom in the unknown. And you're moving on to something else because this is not where it's at. Well, it has been where it's at. Where you're at, where you've been, it's been great. But but wait, there's more. This is interesting because it's like these empties. There's these empties. And I think this bottle says love. There's more to love. There's more to life. There's more to love. And we're moving in a quest, a journey towards what we don't know. I mean, that's the most terrifying movement for me personally, is like I'm moving towards something. I don't know really what it is, but I'm moving towards it and it's better. There's improvement. There's new things to explore here. But first there's a peace I think you make with the unknown and the freedom in the unknown. but to move on and to be like, I got to go find more. I got to go find, this has been great. This has been fun, but it's time for me to peace out and go someplace else. Yeah, and it's actually time for me to peace out and go someplace else too, because my phone has like 2 minutes left of recording capabilities on it. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up, take a card from the auspicious symbols. We're going to be looking for Ouroboros. Regeneration, no way, you guys. Oh my gosh, regeneration and rebirth. Regeneration and rebirth is now underway. You are infinite. It's the great recycling center too of the universe. The great recycling center here. This infinite recycling center. I mean, Ouroboros I'm not super good friends with, because it's like, well, like I always get this, like when my paycheck is the same as my rent and it's all good, it happens on the same day, and like, yeah, that's done, this is new, but there's no caloric gain here, but it is the cycles of the universe of rebirth. And I think we've been playing a lot with those lately, like the rebirth, Ouroboros, regeneration, rebirth is now underway. You are infinite. The infinity symbol, a simplified infinity symbol, but still. And I love that, because that's a little bit of how I was seeing this black hole as the great recycling center of the universe. And then reduce, reuse, recycle, rebirth. Yeah, reduce, reuse, recycle, rebirth. So that's you right now. You are reusing, recycling, and rebirthing. And you're wanting a stronger vision for sure here with this rebirth, because we're headed into the unknown. So we want the stronger vision. So I love this, but also look for snakes. Look for the